Yes, we are back at it for yet another edition of Fire Life and Music Radio. Your boy on the mic right now, DJ FX, alongside DJ Waheed, and of course we have our very special guest this evening, Ms. Latrese Bush. We talking about an international superstar. All right, but before we get into that interview, we definitely gotta give you some music from her. So sit back and enjoy the mix that DJ Waheed has prepared for you. All right, we're going to talk to you on the other side.
You're tuned into Party Life and Music Radio.
There's no one in the world I'd rather be with than you. I've never felt the love that's strong so deep down in my soul, and it's all because of you, baby. You're the reason why I'm feeling this way. I'm overwhelmed in love.
You're tuned into Party Life and Music Radio.
I'm in love and I'm not ashamed, and it's all because of you.
No more running from you, baby. I'm not afraid to meet you later. I give you my heart, no more, baby. In your arms, I won't stay, 'cause I found the love. No more running from you, baby. I'm not afraid to meet you later. I give you my heart, no more, baby. In your arms, I won't stay, 'cause I found the love that I can see about. Baby, I'm not afraid to meet you later. I give you my heart, no more, baby. In your arms, I won't stay, 'cause I found the love that I can see.
You're tuned into Party Life and Music Radio.
Can see about. No more running from you, baby. I'm not afraid to meet you later. I give you my heart, no more, baby. In your arms, I won't stay, 'cause I found the love that I can see about. Ooh, I'm not afraid to meet you later. I give you my heart, no more, baby. In your arms, I
Party Live and Music Radio.
Baby, baby.
Baby, baby. Oh.
Because of you. Because of you.
It's because of you. Once upon a time I buried my love. And then you came around and woke it up. What we have is so, so rare. I must admit I'm kind of scared, and it's all because of you, my love.
There's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. There's no one in the world I'd rather be with than you. I've never felt the love this strong so deep down in my soul. And it's all because of you, baby. You're the reason why I'm feeling this way. I'm overwhelmed and you're the one to blame. I'm in love and I'm not ashamed. And it's all because of you. You gotta be the sweetest woman I've ever met. Oh yes. Not only do I not deserve you, you're the one I thought I'd never get. An angel personified came down and changed my life, and it's all because of you, baby.
I've never known a love like this before. Oh, everything you do for me makes me love you more and more. The way you see me blows my mind. I've never felt so alive, and it's all because of you, my love.
Reason why I'm feeling this way. Why I'm feeling this way.
Oh, you're the one to blame.
I'm in love and I'm not ashamed. And it's all because of you.
I remember the day when you stole my heart. You showed me the kind of love I've only dreamed of. Oh, your eyes danced with mine as you searched my deepest thoughts. I can't imagine my life without you. Ooh, there's nowhere in this world I'd rather be than right here with you. You are the very best, the best part of me. You made my life complete. Baby, you are the very best, baby, the best of me. I'm gonna spend my life, when you took my hand, led me deep inside your love. Ooh, from that moment, I knew you were the one. Oh, no longer in a dream. I can breathe you every day. I wanna please you in every way. Ooh, there's nowhere in this world I'd rather be than right here with you. You are the very best. You are the best part of me. struggling. I'm confused how it ended so suddenly. Now you wanna come back, but it's not that easy. Did you forget how you left me all alone? Oh, but I picked up the pieces on my own, and now it's over. See, I have moved on 'cause I love this sick, 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 sick. Ooh, I know what you've been going through. I was there for you, but you still turned your back on me. Oh, we decided to be more than friends. All of a sudden we were struggling. I'm confused how it ended so suddenly. Now you wanna come back, but it's not that easy. Did you forget how you left me all alone? Oh, I picked up the pieces on my own, and now it's over. See, I have moved on 'cause our love is 6 feet under. You call like nothing's happening. You're acting like we're still friends. Stop tripping, start digging, 'cause our love is 6 feet under.
You're tuned into Party Life and Music Radio.
And what is going on? What is going on? What's going on? We are back at it. What is happening?
Yeah, another edition of Party Life and Music Radio. We got a special guest that will be here with us within the next 7 minutes. I'm Latrese Bush, man. But before she gets here, man, I mean, first of all, you ready for the holidays, man?
I'm been more than ready for the holidays for a while. So it's like I'm just ready. I'm just ready.
All right, that's what's up, man. So, yeah, Thanksgiving holidays are coming up, man. And, I'm looking forward to going away as well. And, just spending some time with family, man, because you got to be able to do that, man. So, looking to hit the road early Thursday morning. I ain't doing that Wednesday night thing. Only time I did that was when I had a girlfriend, and that was a long time ago. Right. It was Wednesday night, evening, and that's for the birds, man.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I know for me, I definitely got a flight going out tomorrow night.
All right.
So it's definitely going to be, I guess you can call it one of those red eyes, because it's going to be like 10 o'clock at night. I ain't going to see Phoenix until like 1-something in the morning. So, yeah. So I'm ready for it. Yeah, I'm already like trying to figure out what to do and make sure I pack all the right stuff, because I know once I get out west, it's going to be a warm one.
All right, that's what's up, man. But look, man, I'm glad people got a chance to, listen to the music for our upcoming guests here, man.
Yes.
And,
yes.
We talked about it briefly last week. We mentioned her that she'll be here with us. So we're definitely looking forward to interviewing Miss Latrese Bush. And, definitely looking forward to, getting to know her, how she got started, that sort of thing. And, definitely want to thank Tracy and Stacy from Twin Soul Productions for interviewing us, man. And I definitely want to also give Tracy Cruz a special shout out, because she actually won, I think it was for best R&B soul out in the Bay Area. So so I definitely want to congratulate her on that one. So definitely when we have her back on the show, we'll definitely talk to her about that. So
I mean, basically just follow her on Instagram. Tracy Cruz. I mean, she's got a lot going on. She's been interviewed, I don't know, countless times.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's really doing it right now. So my thing is, like you said, shout out to Tracy Cruz. She is definitely doing her thing. Make sure that you keep up on her on YouTube as well as her Facebook page. So again, this is Tracy Cruz. Just go Tracy Cruz, Tracy Cruz Music, I do believe. Hopefully that's what it is. I hope I didn't get it wrong. But definitely just look out for Tracy Cruz. Just make sure you check out her stuff. She has a lot of stuff, some quality stuff at that. So
well, so does Latrese Bush now. Got a chance to visit her website, and man, she has a lot of music in her resume.
That she does.
We're definitely going to have her talk more about that because
international,
incredible voice.
International.
The moment when Stacy, showed me the video of her and Noel, Gordon, man, I was just like, yo, we got to interview her ASAP. You know what I mean? We got to talk to this woman ASAP.
Totally agree. Because again, checking out a lot of her music, and I mean, she definitely has a huge catalog. And I love the fact that with what we need to go back to is a lot of the soul and music that truly tells a story and that truly makes you feel something. Because I know a lot of it now, you just got like so many artists out there that really just do it for the money. They get these contracts and I mean, really it's just I mean, from lack of a better term, it's bubblegum music.
Yeah, and the thing about it is nothing wrong with making money out of your craft, making money doing what you love to do.
Of course.
But at the same time, you got to be willing to do it for free first before you can even go ahead and get paid for it. And I don't mean free forever now. Let's just get crazy. Let's not get crazy with it. You know what I mean? But it's really to a point where you gotta. Yeah, I'm gonna get closer to the mic. It's really to a point right now. You really got to do it for the love of it, because if you're not doing it for the love of it, then you're not gonna go far.
Then that's true. That's true.
I definitely want to get her perspective on that, because it's really important for a lot of artists out there or people who are just in general listening to know, what is the process she took to get herself on per se. Without compromising herself.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she'll give us that blueprint. She is where she is for a reason. I mean, she's definitely she's learned the business. You can tell, especially with all the greats that she's sung with. I mean, I can just give you a few. I mean, definitely Gloria Gaynor is in there.
Yes.
Needless to say, Noel Godin is in there. So I mean, she's sung back up to countless artists, especially with Justin Bieber. So I mean, she has a lengthy resume, and you have a lot of those that are truly recognizing her talent.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely, man. But speaking of talent, man, I mean, one of the things that I'm looking forward to is the talent of my family being able to put that meal down, for the Thanksgiving holidays, for real. And it's not often that I get a chance to spend time with them, so at least when I do, it's about making it count. It's not about doing 105 things, but sometimes it's just about chilling and just being in their presence, you know what I mean?
Of course.
That's one of the things I always appreciate and love and enjoy about the holidays, man. So for those out there, whether if you don't have family or whatever, at least try to find somebody who you consider like family, because sometimes it's not always about blood. And and I remember even a couple of years ago, again, I got some relatives. I got some relatives that I love dearly. Then I got some other relatives. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. So
And like you said, going back to you said, like, if you don't have family, then you can use us as family. Part of Life and Music Radio right here on Bliss.fm. Make sure you download that TuneIn app.
Right.
We can definitely be your family over the holidays. We got plenty of shows out there if you want to check us out.
Yeah, because you come knocking on my sister's door and I don't know who you are, you will see another side of me.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So that lets you know. So it looks like we have our artist online here. So let me introduce to you Ms. Latrese Bush. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
All right.
Fine. How you doing?
We were just talking about you, the beautiful, talented, the international performer, the woman with the vocals. Just got it going on. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing much better than I was doing when we first spoke. I was a little jet lagged, but I've gotten a little bit more rest, and so I'm happy to be on your show.
All right, I appreciate that.
there's reason to be jet lagged now. You a hard-working woman.
Yeah, so look, let's just get this started right now. First off, how did you get that that opportunity to perform in Germany, and not only perform in Germany, but with the legendary Gloria Gaynor? Because we grew up listening to her music.
Yeah, we got to hear about that one.
Sure. I was, by the grace of God, I think that one thing that I've learned about any career is that you have to have a good network. Your network actually does align very well with your network. You have to keep good people around you. And so I met Miss Gloria Gaynor through a very dear friend of mine who's a singer, great singer here in Atlanta. And he first was singing with Candy Satan. I know you know who Candy Satan is.
Yeah, I saw her perform. I saw her perform live many years ago in Baltimore, as a matter of fact. And this is when she basically made her transition from the disco record she made to her being where she's at right now, a saved woman. So yeah, please keep going.
Yeah, and so he was actually singing with Candy Satan, and I would do some shows with him for Miss Candy, as well as some studio work for her as well. But then Gloria and Candy Satan are friends, and so when Gloria, maybe I guess over 10 years ago now, was coming to Atlanta and needed her to recommend some singers. And so he recommended my friend, and so he was a part of a trio of singers that included one of the mamas, Miss Christy Collins, who's now with Beyonce. So it was him, her, and another young lady. I'm not sure who it was, but they were Gloria's singers on this show in Atlanta. And she loved them so much that she just started touring with them. So she just took a crew from Atlanta all over the world with her. And so I think Darren, his name was Darren, every time, he was with Gloria for about a couple years, and then she needed she would need like a backup for a singer that wasn't there. So he would call me and said, Treese, you want to do it? I'm like, sure. And so I was just really kind of a fill-in for a couple years. And then I got the opportunity to actually go out with her a lot more, and the rest is history. And I've been with her for close to 10 years now.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, that's She, as I talked with you briefly on Sunday, she's definitely one of my favorite artists, and and a lot of people know her for the pop records. I Will Survive and all those other things. But growing up, when we had our basement parties, and I still got the 12-inch to prove it, she came out with this jam called "Anybody Want to Party Now." Yo, I'm it's like only people from New York know about that record. You know what I mean? I'm serious.
I'm gonna talk to her about that. I'm gonna actually tell her about that record.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with it.
I got that 12-inch at home as proof. So yeah, when she came out with "Anybody Want to Party Right Now,"
anybody want to party right now?
As a kid, I was like, damn, So yeah, I got plenty of airplay in my home for real. But but please, look, tell us how did you actually get started into singing? Were you like this child prodigy? People out there want to know, would you, did you come out the womb with your first note? What's up?
I'm guessing church-based.
I don't remember. I do recall a story, and I've fabricated the story, I'm sure, over the years that I've been telling it. But I'm from a small town called Bluffton, South Carolina, and it's off the coast of South Carolina, nestled between beautiful islands of the Sea Islands of Hilton Head Island, and then
Gullah
Savannah.
Geechee? Okay, I'm thinking, because I've been around the low part before, so I'm familiar with Beaufort. Yes.
Beaufort and all those places, Charleston. Rice-eating, seafood-loving people, real good people down there. And so when I was growing up, we actually, obviously, we spent a lot of time in church. And so I was a part of the little Sunbeam choir. And I just remember, the choir director at the time. I may have been, a little girl. And she gave another little girl the part to sing.
Right.
And I was shy at the time. And so, but when I heard the little girl singing it, I just felt within myself that I could do it too. but I didn't. I don't believe I did it because I would never like say give me the part. I would never do that. But when I tell the story, of course, I say I took the mic from her and I dropped. I killed the song and then I dropped the mic. And then I didn't.
3 years old dropping mics.
My mother sings beautifully. Her mother before her sings, and so I grew up listening to my mother and other people in the community who had beautiful voices, and I just started developing my own. I sang more in the choirs, and then you had the young adult choir, and then I don't remember. I know this is not a fun story for your audience, but I don't remember the first time I had my solo, and I wowed the crowd. But I realized that it was just like it was a part of me, and I've been singing ever since. And so, singing in church, we would each church in the community we would visit. We would have things called singings.
Right.
I think they call them musicals now at churches now, but we would have our choir. We'll go to this singing, and I always loved that because I was very competitive as well. So I was like, we had the best choir, and I knew I was going to sing a solo, and I knew I was going to really make the people stand up and clap for me. So
Right. Wow.
I enjoyed it. And what I enjoyed more than anything was how it made people feel. I didn't, because when you're a singer, you hear yourself, but you don't feel. You can see how you can't feel what people are feeling, but you can see it. You can see the response, and you can see the emotions that are generated, and that always made me happy. It always made me happy. So I've been doing it ever since.
Wow, so you just been up there at the pulpit making people really catch the Holy Ghost, huh?
That's what it sounds like.
Ooh, I know, right? Like, as soon as she sang her first note, it's like, Lord!
The holy water and the oil and everything.
I saw my mother do it. And I knew how I felt when she sang. And then I'm looking around the church, and I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one. There's something to this. I'm feeling moved by her, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's what I do, and I think I can do it too. And so, but here's the thing: my siblings all can sing,
right.
but they never sang as much as I did, and
right.
because I was surrounded and pushed to sing more, and always given the mic to lead, my gift grew and got better. And so so I think I am obviously gifted. I totally am grateful for my gift, but I know that my gift has grown because I've been able to be sharpened by other people around me who are just as talented or more.
Wow, that's what's up. Yeah. Well, I know one thing. I got to go back to Gloria Gaynor for a minute because I just really got to give this quote that she gave, and I thought this was wonderful. Because this is what she said. This is what she said about you, and I thought this was great. She says, Latrese Bush is a singer extraordinaire. She embodies a caliber of vocal range, control, style, and quality that is rarely seen in one person. That's true. Because I've heard some songs from you, and girl, oh, Lord. Like it's the Holy Ghost. Oh, my God. Okay. And then along with depth of character and integrity of befitting a Christian woman, her vocal and personal characteristics are destined to take her to the highest level of productivity and potential the Lord has prepared her to reach. I look forward to a meteoric rise. This is by Miss Gloria Gaynor.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. That's incredible. And for someone at her stature and the legacy that she's leaving, and then her illustrious career, she has a right to an opinion, and for her opinion of me to be that is just humbling, to say the least. So I love her dearly, and that makes me feel really, really special. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, with the gifts that you have, again, this is because I'm just going to say y'all got to get her music. I mean, it's the type of music where again. It's and I love that you have that soul in the song, and that you are really truly telling a story, and you are making people feel something, and because a lot of times, like you said, as artists, you never really feel it or really know about it until somebody comes up to you and say, you know what, that song that you just sang just now, like it really moved me. It really took me to a place of just nirvana and just really, I mean, it's just great. And I mean, for one, I definitely appreciate you for the gifts that you have shared with us. I mean, this is something that must be spread all over. Because I mean, that's why I say, with you being Jet Lag, I mean, you are all over the world. I mean, you are. I mean, my goodness. I mean, you're like the traveling caravan where people need to follow you right now. I mean, you are, really doing some wonderful things. And I definitely got to get into your newest song, your debut single, Because of Love, and the connection with Noel Gourdine. I need you to talk a little bit about that because that song is magic.
Yeah, and I have fun. I have fun mixing that record for real because I mean, it's very rare at times that I can listen to something filled with neo soul, something with influences R&B and jazz, and definitely some gospel in there.
Oh yeah,
so be able to mix it and really to feel the energy off of it. I really get into the music when I'm mixing. So yeah, please answer the question how that came about.
There is a story about that song, and the producer that I work with, a dear friend of mine. And I'm going to actually turn you on to his music, Alvin Garrett. And Alvin G. Garrett is an amazing songwriter, actually Grammy Award nominated, and he's a wonderful singer, and he's worked with so many people. He's actually written, Joe's song "I'd Rather Have a Love."
Yes.
And a lot of Joe's recent hits, Alvin has penned. And so Noel and Alvin worked together on one of his projects, and I said, I want to work with Noel. So, social media has made connections much easier to make.
Yeah.
And so I basically said, Noel, I'm the young lady working with Alvin because I saw him liking some of my stuff that Alvin was doing. He said, yeah, I was really see, would you be willing to do a song with me? And he's like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I would love to. And I was going to remake a song that I had already, had already written and recorded. And he's like, I think, he said, that's cool, but why don't we just do something new? I'm like, okay, that sounds great. But I didn't really have any music at the time. So I went to another phenomenal artist that I'm sure you're aware of. Her name is Avery Sunshine.
Yes.
And Avery and I, we came up together. We know her as Denise, but we came up together here in Atlanta, and I went to one of her concerts. And she happened to say, I'm going to sing this next song that was produced, the music was produced by Teely. And now the story about Teely, I told you about the young man that got me connected with Gloria.
Right.
Well, we were all in a gospel group, and Teely was one of the musicians. Teely was one of the musicians in the group called Lyrical. And so I'm listening to this beautiful song that Teely has produced that Avery Sunshine has won awards with. I'm like, why haven't I thought about Teely? So on my way home, I dropped a little line to Teely. I said, hey, you need to send me some tracks. And he's like, yeah. And he sent me like 9 tracks, and I listened to them with a friend of mine, and this track was the one that we kept coming back to. And I sent it to Noel, and he literally came back with the idea of he had like a little snippet of a song of a idea, and the tag of it was, and it's all because of you. And I sent it to Alvin, who's an incredible writer. He said, you know what, Treese, I think that tag should be the tag. That should be it's because of you. And then I came up with the idea. Okay, cool. Well, then I think we should do a duet. Sometimes duets. The singer sings one verse, then there's a hook, and then the other singer comes with the next verse. I'm like, a duet should be more interactive. I'm talking to you. We're having a conversation. So he started writing some of his stuff. I wrote mine, made some changes to it, and we put it together like a beautiful puzzle, and we recorded it. And that is literally the moral of the story. And it happened so naturally. It really happened naturally, and the song is beautiful. It really, really is.
Totally agree.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing I loved about the production of it was just the vibe. It was just mid-tempo. It was funky, and it moved, and it just kept on moving. So it was one of those tracks where once it got started, it's like y'all got right into it, and y'all just kept driving, kept moving. I'm like, man, that's what's up.
This is music that is missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I do agree with that. And which makes me, I am a traditionalist in terms of R&B. I grew up loving Anita Baker, Whitney Houston, Angela Wimbush, Chaka Khan, Aretha Franklin. Oh my God! I just remember long hours in my brother's room, sweating profusely because
South Carolina is hot.
South.
Yeah.
We had unit, and we didn't have a unit in that room, But I would spend hours. I would make sure my family was asleep, and I would get up late at night. This is all through high school, and even when I would come back from college, I loved just to be in the dark and listen to these, and just put on the records and just pretend I was singing with these beautiful people. And so I love this kind of music, and I love musicianship. I love I love a bridge. I love having a song that has a storyline and has backgrounds and has arrangements. And so, I don't have a lot out and everything, but I think what I do have out is quality, and that's what I focus on. When I first started, and I do gospel, I do jazz, and I do R&B. When I first started out, I have a gospel album, and this woman came up to me and she said, and I was selling my product, and she said, she looked so perplexed. I was like, ma'am, do you want a CD? She said, no, I got a CD. I said, okay. She said, well, I'm not okay. I'm like, oh, what's wrong? She's like, well, I see you perform, and you're beautiful, and you have a great voice. I love it. But I played your record, and the quality is not very good. Mm-hmm. And she said, it's not the same. And I was devastated.
Wow.
But it was a valuable lesson. Mm-hmm. And I didn't make records for a while until I had enough money, until I had the right people, and that's the product that you have in front of you.
Man,
see, yeah, and that's a good point that you made right there. That's a very excellent point that you made, because again, there's other artists who they just feel like, okay, we're just gonna put something out just because we made something.
Right.
And they automatically think like, oh, well, I made it, with Audacity or whatever the case is, or Fruit Loops. Oh, yeah, this song is hot.
Yeah.
And then when you listen to it, next thing you know, it's like, no, hold on. You trying to, yeah, this song's hot. It's like, yeah, we're going to be the judge of that. Mm-hmm. And then you listen to it like, it's hot, hot garbage? Is that what you're trying to say? That's what it is?
Oh, no.
I mean, you know what? Or
I get it.
Yeah, or better yet, how it was like back in the days where people would come into your spot, you're spinning, all of a sudden they walk up to you with a CD with a clear case, no writing on it, or if it does have some writing on it, it's not a professionally done label, it's not printed out, it's poorly done, and we're not even talking about the sound quality yet, you know what I mean? Just the presentation. Yeah. They come up to you, they got this certain smell around them, and you're sitting there going, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
So I'm we're both very particular and very picky about what we play, especially at live events, because one thing people always got to keep in mind, and we don't have to tell you this, is that your audience is not always going to be in the club. It's not always going to be on the stage. No, sometimes your audience is going to be at a wedding. Sometimes your audience is going to be at a holiday party. Sometimes your audience is going to be at a repast. I mean, little things like that people don't think about.
Yeah.
Because I'm just curious how this Christmas album came about. I mean, and I don't mean that as a joke, because I'm looking at it going, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna check this out later, because I know I got a couple of holiday parties coming up, so I'm gonna be able to utilize this.
Oh yeah, I got a 50th birthday
party.
Oh yeah,
you talking about My Christmas Song?
My Merry Christmas, by Latrese Bush.
But let me, and I definitely want to talk to you about that. And you will, if you haven't heard it, I definitely want to hear what you think about it, because that's another great story and another beautiful song. But the one thing I'll say to you, and I'll encourage those who are listening, I know that it was popular for people to say I'm a starving artist and things like that.
Ooh,
but
I hate starving.
I'm actually a full-time employee at a consulting firm.
Right.
And so I realized that if I wanted to have the quality that I needed, I had to pay for it. I'm not funded by a record company. I'm not funded by anybody. And so I realized that people, they may not have resources to do it right. My thing is that just wait until you do, or get your money up to make sure that you can do it right. And that's what I wanted to do. So I feel very grateful to have been able to do that, to be able to afford the quality that I can afford. It's not the Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston level, because I don't have that kind of money, but the money that I do have, I'm grateful to hear from you all that I've done well with the money. I've invested well in the people and the things that I've done to be able to give the quality that I have. But so, for instance, the Merry Christmas song, again, I would love to do an EP. I would love to do an album, but it takes time, it takes resources. Yeah. So I just did a single. And I was driving on 285 here in Atlanta, and my dear friend Justin Gilbert, who is on tour now with some of the greatest right now, Justin Timberlake, Alicia Keys. And he's a phenomenal keyboard player as well as producer. And so I just sent him voice notes. And I sent him a voice note. I said, I want to write a Christmas song. He said, well, let's do it. I sent him a voice note, went to his studio, and we developed this song. And I wrote it a little bit more with Alvin, whom I was telling you about. And we put together something that's, I personally, it's one of my favorites. And I definitely think that you're going to enjoy it. I think your audiences will as well.
Good. Because my next question is how did you meet Stacy and Tracy Cash of Twin Soul Productions?
We got to know that connection.
Well, I haven't met a twin, but I've met Stacy, and I haven't actually met Stacy in person.
How did you know they look alike? No, I'm just kidding. They look exactly alike.
I know.
Can't tell them apart. Wow.
I went online and saw some videos, but I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her in person just yet. But let me tell you about Stacy. She heard my music, and she's actually working with Noel on some projects, and she's working with Noel on some projects. But she said she was listening to Spotify, and I believe Because of You popped in to a feed, was recommended, and she got on social media and found me. And said, I love what you do, and she told me a little bit about herself, and we found out that we know a few of the same people. The music community is very small. I mean, you're probably less than 6 degrees separated from somebody who can really change the trajectory of what you're trying to do. But yeah, she got on it. She told me about y'all. She said, "Oh, I got some friends. You need to get on that show." I'm like, "Okay."
Trust me.
And I didn't think anything of it. She said, "Yeah, you have a interview November 20th. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, because I know the moment she sent me the video and I listened to the song with you and Latrese and listened to your other tracks, I'll immediately say, "Yeah, we got to get her on the show immediately," because
that's
I
nice.
just
I want to thank her for that. I want to thank Stacey.
Trust me, you got trust. Yeah, she's one. When she gets excited about something, she'll text us like sometimes 1, 2 in the morning. And she'll be like, "Okay, she's like, this is the artist that you got to get on your show." And we'll listen like, "Bet we go."
Yeah, if not, it'll be on our Facebook page timeline and be like, "Okay, who's this?"
Yep.
All right,
trust me. I give it to Stacy. She be on it. She be on it. And there's some artists where I'll be like, I didn't even know they were there. Like I missed out on them. Like what's going on? Like I need more. Because again, as us being DJs, because like you said, we got holiday parties coming up. Definitely got a birthday party coming up, and what they asked for strictly was R&B and jazz. So so this is almost like a godsend right here, because now it's like, okay, I got an artist for y'all, and y'all gonna love it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some people like, "Who was that?" I was like, "Miss Latrese Bush." You didn't know? No.
Because we definitely want to know when you come into the DC area. Yeah, for real, the DMV.
Wow.
We know you got some dates.
I would love to. Because here's another thing that's a challenge for artists like myself is that, what I really want to do is be in front of people and performing. That to me is the pinnacle, to be in front and actually just perform. But I don't get booked a lot, and I don't, and so we're working to change that. So what I've decided to do, and hopefully this will help somebody else, is that I don't wait for someone to do it for me. I'm trying not to do that. So I'm looking to book my own spot.
Right.
And so, case in point, I'm like, going back home, and we have a tribute show in August. I expected maybe 100, 150 people to come. 400 showed up. 400 people showed up to hear the Anita Baker, Ruth Vandross tribute that we put together. So I'm like, okay, well, is that what I need to do? Just, kind of plan this thing out and get them out to come. And so that's what I want to start doing. So to answer your question, I don't know, but I know there's some great venues like Blues Alley that I would love to perform in. I think there's a new City Winery.
That's in D.C., yes.
In the area. Bethesda, is that in Maryland?
Yes, that's in Maryland.
Yeah. Maryland.
Yep. The jazz club there. And so I'm sure I'll get there soon, and you two will be the first to know, because I would love for you to help me push.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And definitely throw Carter Barron in there, and definitely put a Howard Theater in there. There's definitely a couple spots in the area they do a lot of stuff of the jazz brand, and especially of the R&B brand. So
Awesome.
yeah, they
No, I would
love
love
stuff
to.
like that. Yeah.
I
So
would love to. I would
definitely
love
get
to.
in
But yeah,
contact
so
with them.
be looking out. Yeah, just suggest anything, and I'll look into them. But I definitely would love to perform in the area. But I don't have anything scheduled just yet.
All right, well, definitely, continue to work with Stacey Cash because
Yeah, 'cause we gotta make it happen.
One of the things I always say about my favorite twins is that she is no nonsense. She's really serious, and she's
is
more than just
about
passionate. And
business.
my
She
thing
gets
is
it
if
done.
if anybody's in good place with her, then they're in good place with us. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely
that's
say
awesome.
that.
That's really good to know.
Yeah,
That's good to
I
know.
mean, it makes a big difference, in terms of people that we work with, people that we connect with. So,
Yep.
I met them over 2 years ago, and, we still been friends ever since. So, we're definitely grateful for that. But one of the things I definitely want to ask you, because I got so many questions, I know we got a little bit of
Okay.
time left. Now, in terms of your goals and your no, better yet, let me go back. What is your bucket list in terms of the artists and people that you want to work with that are still here?
Oh wow, that's a very good question. I've never really thought about that, but I think it would be really cool to meet Anita Baker and to kind of pick her brain about certain things. And I have to say, working with Gloria Gaynor has obviously been phenomenal. I didn't necessarily grow up, with the 12 inches that you have, listening to.
And the 45s,
Yeah, that's been a blessing. But yeah, like people like Angela Wimbush would be cool to meet, and Jonathan Butler because and I'll tell you why. The main reason why, and I wish Luther was still here, but because that would be amazing. But the main reason why is because when I was 12 years old, or 10 or 12, I have a sister that's 12 years older than I am, and when she would leave her room, I would go in and play these cassette tapes that she would have, and on the cassette tapes, I remember she had Angela Wimbush, she had Jonathan Butler, she had Whitney Houston, and I think I got into Anita Baker a little later. But those are the people that I really would love to meet because those are the people that I feel like I really kind of it got sparked in me. Other than singing gospel, that these were people that I was literally in her room playing their records all the time. And so I would love to meet them, at least tell them that. If I don't get to work with them, I would at least want to share that story with them.
All right, well, definitely it's out in the universe right now, so it's already coming back to you tenfold. So, yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah, so what other projects do you have coming up, going into 2019?
Well, in 2019, very good question. I am, like I said, really focused on creating platforms for myself that make me happy.
Right.
And so that's singing live and doing some more tribute shows and putting on my own events. That's one thing. And I actually do have some songs that are unreleased that I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with them and how I'm going to share that with the world. And so I'm going to continue to do that. And then I want to get more into writing and being featured on other artists' work. So right now, it's probably another week or two, a friend of mine needs me to sing on his record, do some vocal stuff, and so I don't get to do that a lot, so I enjoy doing that. So that's it. I think that that's mainly it. I mean, I just kind of want to create more platforms for myself to get out there more.
All right, and can you explain to the new and up and coming artists the importance of copyrights and publishing and controlling that?
Aha!
Yeah.
Wow, that's very. I think it's I think it's you said it in the question, control, and I think you control your own destiny. The one thing that we have is responsibility, right? We have the ability to respond to any situation that we get into. So if you're writing, you are saying the words that you believe. No one's putting words in your mouth. If you're writing, if someone wants to use your they can't exploit. You can actually profit from things that may pop off. Like for instance, Gloria Gaynor, amazing, but she didn't write "I Will Survive."
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
so the person's written "I Will Survive" is making money every time it's on a commercial, every time it's used
Yeah.
in some type of thing. So I think it's important that, but here's the thing, guys. Everyone can't write. Everyone can't, that's just not their skill. But I think you can be a part of the production. I think you can be a part of the creative process. Don't let anybody just do it for you. I think you should be a part. In this day and age, you should be a part of every decision that has anything to do with your image and your brand.
Yes, we completely agree with that because we all know that she came up in a time where she is a songwriter, but at the same time they looked at her as more of a talent. Because what I did as a kid growing up, I would look at who was the writers for the record, who was the publishing company owned by. So that's the information I look at right on the record, right on the album.
And Whitney Houston even. Whitney Houston made millions and millions of dollars over the years, but at some point it stopped.
Didn't control the publishing.
Exactly. Because when those songs are being played now, but someone else is reaping the benefits. And so, I think that's a good question, and one that you should continue to ask and put out there for artists like myself and those that are coming up.
Oh, yeah, definitely got to ask, because if you are registered with any one of the unions, whether it be CSAC, BMI, or ASCAP, it's important to know that they're going to track every time your song is played. And the way things are set up right now, there is a satellite out there that tracks everything that's being played. So when those unions are looking to recoup those fees for, the song being played, because, we could be sitting here having a conversation right now and your song could be used for a commercial in Italy, and you will not know it unless you get contacted by one of those, companies to say, hey, your song was played over here. They didn't get your permission, so you got to get your lawyer to go collect. You know what I mean? So, little things like that makes a big deal.
That it does.
But look, please tell us, what is your social media information? Where can people find you online, and where can they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. My name's Latrese, and I don't spell it like most people, but it's Latrese, Bush, B-U-S-H, and that's LatreseBush.com. That's Latrese Bush on Twitter and Instagram, and there's Latrese Bush Music on Facebook.
All
so
right.
that's LATRESEBUSH everywhere on social media.
All right, great. And where can they catch you next?
Yes, and so here in Atlanta, if you're listening in Atlanta, I will be pretty busy in December. So for my Low Country folks, I'm coming home this Black Friday. We're going to be doing the Oh Give Thanks Gospel Concert at First Zion Baptist Church, 10 Robertson Street in Bluffton. And then in Atlanta, I will be at Binkman's doing a holiday party soiree for one of the local stations here at Binkman's in Atlanta.
December 9th,
and,
yeah,
you saw that? And then some other stuff. And then December 22nd, I'll be at the Velvet Note in Alpharetta.
Oh, man.
So things are popping off. And so a few things in between as well.
All right.
It is.
Man, but look, we definitely want to thank you for coming onto the show.
Thank you.
We here at Party Life and Music
me.
Radio. We appreciate you. Definitely want to thank Stacey Cash of Twin Soul Productions for making the introduction.
Stacey.
And this will not be your last appearance on the show. I can promise you that.
it will not.
I hope not. I had a great time.
Yeah. So but look, we want you to have a safe and happy holiday. Please enjoy it and all the food you can for this Thanksgiving holiday. Remember to we all got to remember to give thanks. So again, yes, got to give thanks and be grateful for what we got.
That is true.
Absolutely.
All right, sis. Look, we love you over here, and again, you're family now. So please do not be a stranger. And when you get that new music ready, look, you know how to reach out to me. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Take care of yourself.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. That was
the
phenomenal Latrese Bush.
Yes, beautiful, talented. And just a real all-around great person. And we're so happy for her, and definitely want to support her on her journey.
Yes,
and definitely be a part of that in a positive way, man. So look. Man, we got a minute, man, and the only thing I get to say, man, is that everybody out there, please be safe traveling on the roads.
Definitely be safe.
Don't be speeding out there, because they got the state troopers. They're on lock, waiting to write y'all up for them tickets. So I'm just saying, be careful out there for real, man. And you know. But definitely, man, next week we're going to be back on the air live and, you know, be able to close it out for the month of November. We want to thank our guest, Latrese Bush, for coming on out here on Party Life and Music Radio, man. So, yo, I'm ready to get on out of here. I'm DJ Waheed.
And I am DJ FX.
And this concludes our broadcast for Party Life and Music Radio. And one more thing. The day after my birthday, December 18th, we're going to have a PLM special roundtable edition. So it's going to definitely be a conversation worth checking out. So
definitely.
All right, y'all. Peace and blessings, y'all. Be safe out there.
All right. Love one another.